Hello and welcome once again to the Bibi and Tina show, where we put the fun back into English learning. I'm Bibi.
And I'm Peter, and we're back into your earphones, your headphones, and your speakers with another amazing episode that would put the fun into your English learning experience. Bibi, what are we giving to them today?
Okay, so I hope we're going to be able to make it fun, but it's quite a topic that not everyone feels very comfortable about, and it's job interviews. Job interviews.
Job interviews. Oh, I thought it's going to be a bedroom episode, but anyway.
Oh, dear God. Can you behave yourself for once? Just this one time. Just this one time.
Bibi, I'm always behaving. I just had this expectation that you would actually come up with an interesting topic. But anyway, let's do it. Job interviews.
People.
Come on.
Come on. Wait,
bores people, Bibi. Job interviews bores people. You know that.
Job interviews are so important. And it's one of the most important reasons why people want to learn English is to get a job where they have the ability to speak English, and more often than not, that's one of the criteria. Yeah. Don't you agree?
True. True. Remote work has definitely been one of the greatest revolutions since the pandemic. And so many people are working on internationalizing their career. And we know that many of our listeners is on this journey. And it's a fearful journey, Bibi. It's a daunting perspective of life because you go into an unfamiliar situation that's completely unknown, and you have to ask, difficult question in English. You're like on the hot seat, and you're like
have to answer
sweating.
Difficult questions. Exactly. You have to answer very difficult questions. And normally, for a speaker of English, a job interview is difficult in itself. Now, imagine it being your second language, and you have to answer questions like about your past. But it's a different tense altogether. It's quite daunting, like you said, but just explain the word daunting a bit. That word daunting, do you think everyone would understand what the word daunting means?
So daunting refers to something that emits a certain sentiment of fear, challenge as well. Daunting can also refer to a challenge, a difficulty, something that intimidates. And I think that headhunters, Bibi, really intimidates people, don't they? It's like we have this idea of a headhunter that is kind of,
oh my God.
if you go to a social party and you're a headhunter, it's best you keep it a secret.
But you see, they give up this, like when you say, oh, I was headhunted by this company, everyone's like, oh, wow, you were headhunted. But in actual fact, not that, right? Because I'm talking from personal experience as well. Like you get headhunted by a company and they say, oh, please, we'd love to meet you. And your profile is brilliant. Let's set up an interview. And you go into the interview thinking, oh, wow, they've headhunted me, And the first question is like, yeah, exactly.
I'm through. I'm through.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're like, talk me through your career and why would you be a good fit for this company? And I'm like, okay, well, what's happening here? You wanted me to work for you, and now I need to explain to you why.
Claim your fame, so to speak, right? Claim your fame.
Exactly. So talk me through. That's actually one of the things that I wanted to talk about today. What do you understand by talk me through? Because that can be a very daunting word or phrase to hear for a second language English speaker, right? Talk me through.
Yeah. Many times, Bibi, that's exactly what happens. It's like one word can really be the arch nemesis of your whole interview. It's like that one word can mean either you making it or not, because one word can. It's exactly that. And when you talk someone through, it means that you are just guiding them throughout your career roadmap, so to speak. So you taking them. So you would kind of take them step by step and you would, like we've discussed before, you will break it down into smaller parts.
Okay, so rundown, is that almost the same? Like, give me a rundown of your career? Would you say that's like the same thing? Talk me through a rundown.
Yeah. Rundown. I think rundown would also be another word that you can use, which means to reduce also in smaller parts as well. Gradually give it to them in some way, right? I mean, you don't want to. When you are in a job interview, I mean, you want to communicate effectively, Phoebe. You want to show the headhunter that you are a great communicator. And one of the things that headhunters really has, they have this eagle eye on spotting people with soft skills, great soft.
Really? Are you talking from experience right now? Because I remember our first interview.
Did I ghost you, Bibi? Did I ghost you on our first job interview?
No, you didn't ghost me, but I think I was ready to do the ghosting because I found you very intimidating.
But it's not what I'm trying to, that's not what I was trying to actually. That's not how I was trying to come across. I was trying my best to make you feel relaxed, but you were. I remember you were very well dressed up for our interview. Very well dressed up. I will not forget. You were like coming to the job interview with.
Okay, let's clarify this. Define dress up. You could only see the top part.
Well, you were all well prepared physically, and I mean, but Bibi, don't you think that people should dress up for a job interview? I mean, putting up on makeup and doing even perfume. I mean, that doesn't make sense. But using perfume for a job interview,
that does not make sense if it's a remote interview, Peter. Really? Would
does it, Bibi?
Nice and give confidence to yourself, or is it like
exactly? It's giving confidence to yourself. Exactly.
God,
like this is important to me.
Honest, you saying dress up is important. That sounds a bit superficial. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Like, if all that you could remember from our first interview was that I was dressed up.
No, I that's not the only thing that I remember, Bibi, of course. But anyways, guys, I think we came to the end of our podcast. And we will have another episode about job interviews. Because I think that, Bibi, we need to go back to this because there's much more to talk about.
Exactly.
But that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Peter let out a bit too many secrets, and now we have to continue this in another podcast. It was wonderful to chat to you again, Peter. And join us next time for another riveting, fun podcast.
There we go. It's a wrap, guys. Until next time. See you.